What's up, boys? We're back with another video with your boy Rome. This week's been kind of an off week. You know, it's been an off week for your boy. We're going into 6 weeks out, and I haven't been filming as much. You know, I think I have one more video that I have to edit that I need to drop, and then obviously tonight's video. But I only have, by the end of the week, it'll only be 4 or 5 YouTube videos when I should be dropping 7. And that's my bad, boys. My bad. I've just had an off week, dude. It's been one of those things where, like, I had a couple things that threw my schedule off. We had a refeed day. The first day that we had the refeed day, it was fantastic. I felt great. Ended up filming that day. And then after that, like, we ended up having, I want to say, slightly increased carbohydrate days to where it was like a refeed day, and then the following 2 days were like slightly increased, just below where we are at refeed, but slightly increased. And then now we're kind of getting back to the trenches. We're pulling pretty much all my carbs, which, I mean, it is what it is. We're 6 weeks out. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But with that being said, the refeeds kind of like threw me off a little bit. You know, I feel like it made me a little bit more tired. My body wasn't used to working with the extra energy, which it can be beneficial, but it can also be detrimental. So, not an excuse, but a reason as to why I haven't been dropping as consistent as I have been. In the last video, you guys will see that I talk about how I want to be a little bit more on top of it the next 6 weeks, especially since we're in the crunch time. We're about to be 42 days out, boys. So I just want to make sure I'm a lot more adamant about that, make sure I'm a lot more on top of it, you know, and just really staying locked. You know, this last 6 weeks, we've been in prep for so long, boys, and it's the last 6 weeks, and then we got 6 more after that, and that'll be the 2026 competing season. And there's been highs, there's been lows, there's been a lot of realizations out that have come out of it this year, and I've just been grateful for it. You know, I've been grateful for the prep. I've been grateful for all the feedback I've gotten from you boys. You know, I've said that a lot. I've been harping on that a lot. Really appreciate it, you know. But with that being said, I don't want to do too much yapping today. We got a little bit of arms on the agenda. We're going to go ahead and get some arms. I know you're probably like, Rome, the videos you have dropped this week are pretty much arms. Well, arms are what I need to work on, boys, so I'm going to fucking drop them. But with that being said, I'll catch you boys inside the gym.
All right, boys. We're going to start with a little bit of tricep extension, rope push down too. Oh, it's cooking me. That's cooking me. We're about to be officially 6 weeks out tomorrow, boys. I am super excited, but as you can tell, the energy is a little bit lower than it usually is. The death phase starting to come in. I need to shave a little bit. Or need to shave, a little scruffy. But we are getting there. 6 weeks. 6 weeks till the first show, and then another 6 after that. So technically, 42 days to the first show, and then 84 in total. So 42 and 42. I've got to the point where my mind just functions in sets. So it's just 2 sets of 42. 2 sets of 42, and then we're out of prep. And honestly, it's like, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. We've been in prep all year, boys, and I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed what's come from it. I've enjoyed the mentality that's come from it, the grind. Honestly, it's just been net positive, but I am excited to kind of not do an hour and a half of cardio anymore, you know. Be able to increase the calories a little bit more. Have more sauces than just mustard. That'll be nice. So, let's get after this next set though, boys. We got 2 more there, boys. All right, let's get these next 2 sets, boys. One more. Like I was saying, though, boys, it's kind of a bittersweet knowing that prep's coming up on an end. Last 12 weeks, honestly, it's like I've enjoyed prep. Like I said, it's been very beneficial. I've learned a lot. I'm just excited to be able to not do an hour and a half of cardio anymore and then be able to allocate that time to learning more about fitness, learning more about the body, learning more about how the body processes certain foods, how the body kind of works with certain things, and just overall just expanding my knowledge. And it's tough to do that when you're steep in a deficit. You know, it's tough to try to expand your knowledge when you're doing hour and a half of cardio, training twice a day sometimes, and you're eating under 2,000 calories. The mental function just isn't there. Cognitive function just isn't there. It's hard to retain a lot of that information. So I'm excited to not only just grow physically, but to grow mentally as well in the off season. I feel like that would be something I'll be a little bit more adamant about and spend a lot more time on. So that's something I'm excited for, boys. Something I'm excited for. Let's get this next set though. As you boys can tell, energy's a little low today. Energy's a little low today. That's okay though. We're gonna get after it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go grab. What do I want to do next? What do we want to do next? Also, the cutoff boys, what we thinking? Hold on. Cutting off. You know what I mean? Little Icarus. Trying not to fly too close to the sun. You know what I mean, boys? But the bi veins are starting to come through. Tricep starting to straight a little bit. It's hard to see it though, but it's hard to see it through my eczema, you know, dry ass skin. But the triceps are starting to tricep. We're starting to get that horseshoe nice. Delts are starting to do their thing. The fibers are coming out well. That's nice. Delts are capping off well. Getting some vascularity in there if you can see that, boys. It's coming along well. It's coming along well. I'm happy. I'm happy. You know, one of the things I'm more or most happy about is just being able to step on stage again. You know, it's been a long time coming. But nonetheless, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We set a goal this year, and you know what? We're by all means going to achieve it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the next handle, boys, and then we will get some more triceps. All right, boys, we got a little bit of push downs. A little bit more here. Oh, that's a banger. I'm getting a nice pump though, boys. Getting a nice pump. Hold on. Let me just for you boys real quick. Let me it's feeling good. I just tried some Sebums pre today. That's a banger. I've been on a pre-kick. Just bought like 3 or 4 different flavors. Not of Sebums, but just different brands. And Sebum's pretty good. The only quarrel I might have with it is that the scoopers are fucking huge. The scoopers are fucking, you can't dry scoop that. The scoop was like that, boys. The scoop had some girth to it. I was like, I ain't dry scooping this. This is diabolical. This is a protein scoop. But, I mean, overall, the pump is pumping. I'm feeling good off of it. Feeling good, feeling great, but that shit was massive. Let's get this next set, though. One more. We got 2 more sets there, boys. I think we're gonna end up doing probably 3 or 4 triceps. Then we'll do 3 biceps, just because Monday was more of a bicep focused arm day. That's when the camera cut out. The camera said, "I'm actually gonna die." It's charged today, boys. We'll get the whole arm day, but it'll probably be, we'll say 4 triceps. I'll do 4 tricep movements, 3 bicep movements, 7 movements in total, 4 pop. That's 28 movements. So I think that'll be nice. And it's not 28 movements on one specific muscle group. It's 12 and 15. Well, no. 12 and 16. Yeah. So 12 is going to be on the biceps. 16 is going to be on the triceps. That's just because I like to alternate it. Monday, it was a little bit more bicep. Obviously, today is going to be the second arm day. It's a lot more tricep. So just kind of switch it up. Make sure that we're targeting those frequently or enough to grow, to where if I did 4 sets, 4 or 5 movements a piece, say I did 16 sets per muscle group each arm day, that's 32 sets, right? I'm going to lose the pump at some point, So I find that my muscles are usually kind of really good in that 28 mark, right? Right around 28 sets for arms is usually optimal for me. It's good pump. Usually break the muscle down good. My arms are feeling great, obviously following that. But let's get this next set. Like I said, boys, you can tell the mind, the energy, it's a little bit lower. It's only going to get lower from here just because we're pretty much cutting all the carbohydrates for the next 6 weeks. Other than 1, 2. So pretty much 2 of my meals get carbs. 4, the remaining 4, the only carbs are going to come from micronutrients that I'm getting from my veggies. So it's pretty much 2 tilapia salads, 2 chicken salads, and cream of rice, protein pre, and white rice, and 93.7 ground turkey post. Try to structure my carbohydrates pre and post. And then the rest of the day, I'll just survive. So it'd be like, I think this is how I'm going to structure it. It'd be like, wake up in the morning, fasted cardio. After fasted cardio, come home, eat my first tilapia, and whatever micronutrients or veggie I'm rocking with, right? Right now it's spinach and romaine lettuce, but I'm thinking just so I'm getting a little bit of fiber in there, I'll switch out the spinach for broccoli just to kind of make sure everything's digesting properly. Make sure we're kind of keeping everything whole, keeping everything nice and put together inside me. So I think it'll just be probably spinach for another week, and then I'll switch the spinach out for broccoli and just rock with tilapia and broccoli. So, but first meal of the day, it'll be like fasted cardio, rock that, do a half an hour of cardio, right? Fasted cardio, boom, done. Then I will eat my first meal. After my first meal, I'll probably do a little bit more cardio at home. I have one of those treadmill walking pads. So I'll probably do another 10, 20 minutes. Probably 10 minutes, right? Just do another 10 minutes. Slow pace, not necessarily count it as my cardio, but do it more as like digestion cardio. And just make sure I'm getting my steps in. So it'll be like eat the first meal after fasted cardio, 10 minutes digestion cardio. And I'll probably wait a little bit, get some stuff done that I need to get done. Eat another meal, get some more stuff done. Do the 10 minutes of digestion cardio, make sure I'm getting the steps in. And it'll be pre-gym meal, come up to the gym, train. After I train, half an hour on the Stairmaster. And then after that, come home, eat my next meal with carbs. So that'd be 93.7 ground turkey, white rice, and then romaine lettuce. Smash that. After that, then it'll be the following two meals, which would just be pretty much chicken salads with obviously mustard because I'm obsessed with mustard now. Prep has given me a crippling addiction to mustard, so it'll be chicken and mustard salads, and then I'll probably end the day with 30 more minutes of cardio. So it'd be like 30 minutes fasted, two meals. No, 30 minutes fasted, three meals, train, meal. No, three more meals, and then cardio. So it'd be like cardio, meals, train, meals, cardio. That's how I'm gonna kind of structure it. Make sure I'm like tagging it, make sure I'm getting after it, and obviously hitting all the cardio I need to hit. But that's just kind of the breakdown thought process of how I think it will kind of be like for the next 6 weeks, boys. Just kind of rocking how that'll be. And obviously, we'll take it day by day, take it win by win, win the day. And at the end of the day, we just have to win 42 more times. All right? 42 more times for a show. Fantastic. And after that, it's just 42 more wins. 84 wins in total. Just got to win the day, boys. But let's get this next set. Okay. Okay, boys. I want to say that's four there. We'll do one more just in case. Just in case. I'll probably edit this and realize that, oh, I did five. But I'd rather do five than not do all four. So we're going to do one more here. But like I said, I am excited for the off season. Not necessarily to be done with prep, but just the growth that'll come from it, right? So much growth has come from this prep. I feel like I've been able to kind of develop mentally, develop physically, and really just kind of test my mental space and see how far I'm willing to go. And that's been a benefit, you know? So now I'm excited to see how that'll be outside of prep, right? We keep that going, keep the foot on the throttle. Just because we're not in prep doesn't mean we have to eat like a dickhead. Doesn't mean we have to succumb to our urges, you know? It's all right, we're out of prep. Let's just kind of act like we're still in prep. We're just eating more now. We just have more energy. We're just doing less cardio. It's like, I guess my mindset post prep is prep really never ends. It's just dieting prep and bulking prep. It's prep year round, nonetheless. It's just dieting and bulking prep. So let's get this next set, boys. All right, that cooks. I think now what we do is grab the W bar, get some reverse push downs, and then we'll go close with it and do W bar push downs like that, boys. But I think those are the last two exercises we'll end up doing for triceps. Then from there, I'll do 3 biceps. What I think I'm going to do for biceps is, because I want to start tagging my brachialis a little bit more, I'm going to start doing reverse hammer curls, right? And then dumbbell hammer curls. And then I think one that I'll end with is outside rope, right? And I think that's how I structure my second arm day when I'm not necessarily tagging as much arms. It'll be more of a focus on the brachialis and not necessarily on the long and short head of the bicep. So those are some movements after doing a little bit of research that I found that tag the brachialis. So again, that's going to be pretty much reverse dumbbell curls, which also tag a little bit of forearms, so that's a win. We're going to do those, right? Really get that emphasis. After that, what was the other one that I said? Oh, hammer curls. We'll do some dumbbell hammer curls. Then after that, come out with it. Get after that work. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next variation. Go grab the W bar, boys. Then we'll be able to get after that work. All right, boys, let's get after that work. That's cooking. I know we said we were gonna do reverse first. We're just gonna do straight push downs. Start with that, get that blood flowing. And then we want to really focus on that tempo, right? For that last movement, really focus on that way down, really emphasizing that tempo, really emphasizing that stretch and then squeeze in the tricep. And then coming up, really overemphasizing that come up. So when I come up, I'm gonna really overemphasize it, get a good stretch up top, and then come down, right? Nice slow tempo. I think that'll be a great burner, great way to end it. But I'm gonna go and take a swig of water, then we'll get after the next three, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. Oh, we got two more there, boys. All right, boys, let's hit this next set. We got one more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. Oh, boys, hold on. I think we're looking okay. 6 weeks out, I feel pretty happy with where we're at. Feel pretty satisfied, you know. Yeah. I feel pretty good about it, you know. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I didn't want to try it the way I'd like them to, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy. When I have a pump, the delts are looking good. It's not just propaganda. I promise. I promise the delts be delting, boys. But I'm going to take a swig of water. We'll get after the next sets. All right, boys, let's get this next workout. Come on. Oh, that's feeling good. That's feeling good. Okay. We got three more there, boys. And after that, we'll move on to some biceps. All right, boys. We got three more here. We got two more there, boys. All right, let's hit this next set, boys. All right, we got one more there. All right, let's get this last set. All right, boys, we got some biceps now. I'm gonna go ahead, go over to the dumbbells and we'll get after some curls.
All right, boys, let's get these reverse grip curls. All right.
We got 3 more there, boys.
All right, boys, let's get this next set. One more. All right.
We got 2 more there, boys.
All right, let's get this next set, boys. We got 1 more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. One more. All right, boys.
Want to do either wide or I'm trying to think of the other movement. Reverse curls. We'll go wide. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, boys. I lied, boys.
We're going to do hammer curls first, and then we're going to do wide grip curls.
We got 3 more there. 3 more there, boys.
All right, boys, let's get this next set. We got 1 more here, boys.
1 more here. Then we're going to go do some wide grip curls.
All right, boys, we got our last set here. One more. Oh. All right, boys, that's it for those. All right, boys, let's hit these wide curls.
We got 3 more there, boys.
All right, boys, let's hit this next set.
We got 2 more there, boys.
All right, let's get this next set, boys. Oh,
We got 1 more there, boys.
let's get this last set, boys. Oh.
I'll catch you boys in the car.
All right, boys, that's another one in the books. I feel like it was a great arm day. I feel like I did a little bit of yapping at the beginning. Back half wasn't too much yapping. It was just pretty much work. And, you know, it is what it is. We're, like I said, about to be 6 weeks out, and we're locking in, we're grinding, and we're getting after it. So we're just getting grainier. We're getting better. And I'm excited to see where we're at in 6 weeks, boys. T-minus 42 days. It's been a long prep, a long time coming, but I've enjoyed it. So T-minus 42 for the first, 84 for the second. So with that being said, I'll catch you boys in the next video.